So I was the recipient of a UT System Curricular Innovation Grant, and the purpose of the grant was to support the development of curriculum, especially for large enrollment or gateway courses, and those that were being taught in an online or hybrid modality. For my project, I'm incorporating service learning into a toxicology course, and this is a large enrollment upper level class. And I wanted the students to be able to engage with a community partner, but not have to physically go out into the community. So it's a hybrid modality course, and so the idea was that students should still be able to have all of the benefits of engaged learning and service learning, maybe even if they can't physically go out into the community. For a large enrollment course, it's difficult to get 100 students, out into the community to participate with a community partner. And so for my project, the students are going to work with the EPA, and they're going to analyze data that relates to water quality issues in the region. This is particularly important, I think, for my students who maybe also don't have transportation. Maybe they wouldn't have the means to actually get out to a field site to do something. This way, they still get to work with a community partner, but they're going to analyze data instead of, let's say, go and maybe collect the water samples. That part would have already been done, and they will instead be working on analyzing data, writing reports, making maps that will contribute towards the final product, the publications by the EPA.
I was awarded a service learning grant from the UT system for curricular redesign and the launch of an online service learning course in mathematics, specifically in our freshman level statistics class. In the spring of 2019, we launched the first on-campus version of the service learning statistics class. We had 150 students, and we had 8 community partners that we partnered with. The students took data from the local community partners. They built surveys. They took data that the organizations already had. We cleaned the data. We answered questions for them and used that data to help them find solutions to problems that they were having within the organization. But then the global pandemic hit, right? So that class had to immediately go online in March of 2020. And so that left us having to figure out a way to keep the benefits of the service learning curriculum, but put it in the online environment. So what we did is we wrote a proposal then to the system for curricular redesign of the class so that we could have online service learning and still serve our local community, but have it in a way that it was versatile for all of our students to have, virtual conversations with their groups, to have virtual conversations with their partners, to do all of the community project completely online. The whole point of the project is for students to get their hands on real data and solve real problems. So it brings the statistics to life for them. So they are able at the same time to get marketable skills. It helps them. They'll have to do a presentation both to the class and to the community partner. They'll have to write a report, so it helps their communication with group to group and community partners, but then also making that presentation back to the community partner. And then it also just enhances their overall marketable skills and their knowledge of how statistics can be used to solve real world problems. So it engages them in the community in a way that heightens their interest in math, which makes it really fun for me and for them. What we want to do at the same time is also heighten social responsibility for our students, teamwork, all of the things that go into it, because we want their experience at UT Arlington not just to be coming in and taking a math class. We want their experience to be transformational, to where when they come into that math class, they have fun, and they have fun helping and serving their community, and they learn math, and they get to see how useful statistics can be in their own personal lives.
I think that when students can put what they're learning in the classroom into practice and actually see, okay, I learned about this concept, I learned this skill set, I learned about this topic, and then actually do it. I think it helps kind of cement the learning, but it's also actually preparing them for the workforce, preparing them for graduate school by having them get to see it from start to finish. It's not just memorize some facts, it's now learn some facts and then learn a skill and then actually carry it out and conduct it. This also benefits the community partner because the students are actually doing some kind of work for the community partner. And so I really wanted the students to partner with the EPA because I wanted them, for one thing, to see the really important work that's done by the EPA, and I wanted them to have a better understanding of what agencies like the EPA do.
What the online environment also does is allow us to focus on our local community, but we could also expand globally. So if a student comes in, that's international or from another state, and they really want to serve a community partner where they come from in their community, the online environment also allows us to do outreach with that, particular community partner as well.
It is difficult to accommodate all of the students who want to be able to participate in research in an actual research lab, and so this way they can do it in a classroom setting. They can actually have that research experience in a semester in a classroom without having to actually try to make a connection with a faculty member and get a position in the lab, which can be hard to do. And this can also prepare them for that. They can say, I've done some original research, I analyze data, I have some experience with this, and then use that as kind of a jumping off to get into other experiences.
The beauty of, or the reason why we chose the course we chose, is that our entry-level, freshman-level statistics, elementary statistics, has to be taken by almost 90% of our graduates here. So regardless of major, we can impact the university in a very broad way because the majority of our students are going to come through this course for whatever their major is, whether it's something in science, technology, engineering, or math, or whether it's something in English or history or marketing or business or whatever it looks like, right? Everybody needs to have a flavor of statistics, and that will launch them into research. So we're such a diverse campus, and because majority of our students have to take this course, we have a diverse population in these courses. And what that does is open up their eyes and their opportunities to the research that can take place as an undergraduate as an entry-level course. So they, the first year of their studies here at UT Arlington, this course allows them to see that with just a little bit of statistical knowledge, with just a little bit of research experience, you can make an impact. And so, that opens up, all kinds of opportunities to them, regardless of what kind of background they have, whether they've never done any research, whether they've never done the statistics, whether they like statistics or not, right? No matter who they are, no matter what their background looks like, they can be successful in this and participate in a little bit of student research. The other really exciting thing is that preliminary analysis shows that this type of course with the service learning in a math course also levels the playing field when it comes to disparities among races and genders and other things in success rates for the course. And so we see students of any background having equal success or equal increase in their success for this particular course. We're able to serve our students, serve our community in the way that keeps everybody safe, in a way that really heightens their interest and serves them the best.